I was trying to get a little bit more stuff done with the stream to make it a little bit better. But so far, so good. These storms are actually on a downtrend. You see how the severe thunderstorm warnings that Memphis's office has issued has actually, several of them have been canceled, and then the National Weather Service here in Nashville has issued a special weather statement. And remember that when we were talking about warnings, when the National Weather Service issued warnings and everything, the special weather statement is like a baby severe thunderstorm warning. It's the very first thing that the National Weather Service issues. Unless the storms are way already doing 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And then sometimes they jump over a special weather statement and go straight to a severe thunderstorm warning. But once again, we are at the very first step of warning. And a lot of these are really just those heavy downpour, extremely. I've seen a couple cloud to ground lightning strikes, but let me go ahead and see if I can pull up our weather cam. That's right on 109, right above Gallatin. I thought I already had it pulled up, but it's not showing. So let me go ahead and do that. So how much sleep have all y'all gotten? Has anyone gotten more than 2 hours? Because I have had probably several bottles of Dr. Pepper to try and keep me up. All right, let me see if we can. But there's not much really going on right now. Just we do have that pop-up shower that is actually, let me zoom in real quick. I kind of wanted to give y'all a large look at what's going on, but we can zoom in real quick to that pop-up shower that's just north of Gallatin. That actually you can see, if you see the little square at the very bottom of the stream, that is one of our weather cams. And once again, that is on 109 right above Gallatin. So it's exactly where the storm that's popped up. And it looks like that storm is really kind of intensifying just a little bit, because you do see that lightning strikes. That's actually where you can really tell when the storm is intensifying, is if lightning strikes, if there's multiple around it. So let me pause it real quick and we can go a little dig deeper into this storm real quick. So I'm going to show y'all just a little bit. This is Weatherize. Weatherize is a free app that you can get on your phones. There is, of course, the Pro and the Plus that you do have to pay for, but pretty much it's a free app where a lot, of course, Radar Omega, Radar Scope is another couple ones that I have all the time. The weather cam that I have is on Radar Omega, so that's what I'm using for the weather camera. And y'all can all, if y'all do have Radar Omega, y'all can definitely look at those weather cams, because there's one on Center Point right above Hendersonville. So there's two right now. Working on another one maybe up in Portland, so we'll see. But I'm wondering if we can see a couple lightning strikes with this weather cam. But it looks like a couple raindrops are in the way right now. But I kind of want to show y'all just a little bit what Weatherize has been. One of the updates is you can click on a cell and it kind of shows you like what's the probability of hail. So you see it's 0% right now, and it'll give you probability of severe hail, and then like the max size of hail, which it says small, but that's, and it also kind of shows you where it says like cell structure, so you can see where the down arrow, which means it's actually where the top of the cell is, it's actually again lower, which means it's actually kind of weakening. So let's see if I can. And another thing is you can click right here and you can see from like the first scan and then how it intensified. So the second scan had it at 16,000 feet and then it's dropped the past. So it's actually pretty cool that you can see all that. I'll do like a weather workshop probably in the summer sometime when we get past all the severe weather season and go into detail on how to read the radar. Because I do believe that definitely helps with like storm anxiety, knowing what's going on. Because I do know a couple of you are like, oh, why is she just doing a loop? What are we seeing? So I really want to kind of dig deep and kind of show y'all what meteorologists do, what we look at, what, for example, it'll be probably a long weather workshop. So I hope y'all be able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to our little storm right here. But so far, so good. Nothing. I'm going to zoom just a smidgen out. I kind of want to see if there's any hail with it. I mean, it showed no hail on that cell information, but I just wanted to see. I mean, it said 0, but when you look at this right here, and this is the vertical, so you can see where there's possibility of hail. So Cottontown, you could be getting maybe sonic ice size, pea size, dime size hail going right over 109, going straight toward Fairfield. And when you see these little white marks, that's the storm tracks, and each indentation is like 15 minutes. So you got 15, 30, 45 minutes, and then an hour. So, all right. I'm going to go back to our reflectivity so you can see it. I wonder if another cool thing that I can do is this. We can dive just a little bit into that cell and you can see how high that cell is. Let me zoom in just a little bit so you can see how high up those clouds are up in the air. So you can see it's like about 14, almost 14,000 feet. So I'll have to go more into detail during that weather workshop on what we look at with this. And this is another thing I probably should have done last night when that CC drop was. And speaking of that, so I can't really say a confirmed tornado. You really can't, even though if you do see a tornado on the ground or you see a video of it, you really can't say a confirmed tornado until the National Weather Service goes out and does their survey. And they will be doing that tomorrow. They were not going to do it today just because of this severe threat coming in today. And that's just for their safety as well. So once I get that information on like the rating of it, how long it went, how wide it was, where it dropped and where it picked up, I'll be able to share that with you all. So, alright, let me go ahead and zoom out because I know a lot of y'all are like, okay, what's heading our way? So all this right here is heading our way. It just looks like a jumble mess to me. Like, and I think I actually had the dew points on instead of the temperature. So you'll see like 70, which that's actually pretty high for dew points. But that's why you see that storm right here around Cottontown popped up, was because the dew points were. I'm going to see if they updated. Okay, so they updated. Now it's dropped down to 69. Okay. But the number hasn't updated. as well. But once again, this is from the airport in Gallatin, and then we have, well, it looks like Portland's airport does not have their reading up. So, of course, then you'll have BNA right here, Smyrna's airport, Murfreesboro airport. So, all right. So they went ahead and did that special weather statement. And remember what I was telling you about? That's like a step lower than a severe thunderstorm warning. So let's see. I'm going to dive in and see real quick. And another thing with weather-wise, you can really go in and see, okay, special weather statement and which office issues it, and then, of course, which counties. And then it always says like a strong thunderstorm will impact northern, whichever county, southern, central, etc., etc. And then it goes through till 7, 8, I almost said 7 a.m. Oh, goodness. I don't need to start mixing up times. 7 p.m. And of course, then it says how fast it's moving. And then it always says like a hazard. So you can say like wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. And then sometimes it will say like small hail. So it's pretty cool that you can actually see exactly what the National Weather Service sends out. And then it draws out the polygon. It's a really cool experience. All right. I'm going to do a storm track on this real quick for you all. Because I do believe it could be headed kind of toward Portland area. So let's see. I know it says Gallatin 811, but we'll see. Let me see if I can get a good read on it. Actually, another thing is you really have to watch these storms. Like, you see how the white lines that are the storm tracks change almost each radar loop. That these storms like to, a lot of storms like to kind of go up, down, move to the right, move to the left, move north. They have a mind of their own. So Gallatin, if we do get that southern part, it will be about 8:11. And know a lot of people are headed to the soccer game. I believe in that. Is the soccer game start at 7:30? Because I do feel like if you all know anyone or if y'all are going, I would definitely. I I would not be surprised if they get delayed or even postponed to another day just because of with all the lightning strikes. Do I think that there's tornadoes likely? I'll go real quick and show y'all the outlook. Well, once again, I did this yesterday and close the outlook. Alrighty. So here's the outlook. So we are in that slight risk, just overall. Then the tornado is a 2%, but we don't have that 5% very close. So we're like right on the edge, really, of that 2%. So, okay, game starts at 7:30. That's what I was thinking. So the tornado percentage risk is at 2%. And of course, I know y'all are probably thinking, well, Mackenzie, we were at that yesterday. And I know, but how the atmosphere is today, how these storms are, they don't have that much energy like they did yesterday or earlier this morning. So that's another thing that's really different with it. Trying to see if in our chat real quick if there's anything that they're really seeing. I'm going to go ahead and do our wind threat. So the wind threat is at a 15%. You can see that 30% over here. But see how it kind of drops off at the Tennessee River? That's why, because that's what the National Weather Service has been telling us, that the downtrend of these storms will continue. But of course, remember it is April and it is Tennessee. Mother Nature likes to throw us curveballs. So there is a lot of limited stuff, as much as it really wasn't that much limited yesterday, but there's more limited ingredients to the atmosphere, if that makes any sense. I'm going to go ahead and click off of this and go back to the radar for you guys. I know we don't really have a warning, and I normally typically just do a radar loop for you, but I just kind of wanted to explain to y'all what I'm thinking, what the National Weather Service is thinking. So, timing wise, I mean, we are here in Hendersonville, we are actually just about to get some sprinkles in the light of it. I wanted to go, okay, so it's moving up 40. So if it moves up 40, it says 38. So I'm going to give or take on that. So Hendersonville about 732. And then Gallatin actually, well, I did back here, this storm back here. I didn't do this one up front. So I just want to kind of do the lead of the storm. So once again, Hendersonville about 32, Gallatin about 748, and Hartsville about 812. And once again, these will update as soon as each of the scans go. Okay, so there is hail. Perfect. Hey Heather, what size hail? Would you say like pea size hail? Which it would not be surprising if it's that size. I don't see it being anything bigger than maybe a penny. Hold on, Jessica, let that scan go through and I will zoom in for you for White House. There we go. I will zoom in. So White House about 735. Cross Plains about 736. Cottontown about 744. New Deal about 6. Why is that so loud? Alright, I'm gonna turn that off. That is so annoying. That was just because of a severe thunderstorm. Okay, you know what? None. I'm not doing that. I have it where, like, if severe thunderstorm warnings are issued, like a considerable, destructive, or extremely dangerous one, just so I'm made aware. But once again, remember, it's anywhere in the United States. So it's not, I need to make it where it just does it with the area I'm looking at. I'll have to figure out how to do that later on. So once again, this leading edge of this special weather statement will be coming into Ashland City about 6:55, Greenbrier about 7:22, and Hendersonville 7:34, Cottontown about 7:45, New Deal about 7:46, Gallatin 7:50, Portland about 7:52, Mitchellville about 7:53, and Bethpage about 8:05, and Fairfield about 8:08. And once again, these will change as match up to the speed of the storms. All right, Heather, maybe pea size. Okay, I will definitely let the National Weather Service know on that. No, I don't. I don't see, I really don't see it happening for a tornado. I just knock on wood. It's one of those situations you're like, I want to say it, but because Mother Nature and storm and weather like to do the complete opposite of what you said. Correct. Actually, I can go ahead since I'm not really overly concerned about this storm. I do feel like if you are outside, if there, I don't know if there's any. Is softball season and baseball season over for the high schoolers and middle schoolers? I need to start keeping up with that. But I do. Nashville Severe Guys is actually part of the T Spotter, so I do work with them a lot. I can let me see if I can pull up. There's all the counties in Middle Tennessee have a trained person or several people because I know the Nashville guys have four or five, and then my friend Elijah just got another meteorologist, and he does Southern Tennessee, and then my friend Anthony, he does like 8 to 10 counties over his is Upper Cumberland. So there's a bunch of us that are trained by the National Weather Service, and some of us are actually meteorologists. And with the school, I know Elijah is a meteorologist, a degree meteorologist. I'm a degree meteorologist. I'm actually in grad school right now to get my master's in meteorology and GIS. So I'm trying to work on computer programming as well. So we'll see. But a lot of us, so each county, and that's the that photo I posted when I say, hey, these are trusted sources. All of those counties have one or a group of people that most of us have. All of us have a X account or Twitter account. And there's some of us that have Facebook accounts. I know Nashville has theirs. Murfreesboro has theirs as well. Robertson County does not have a Facebook. He only has a Twitter account and it's not active as much. I'm actually trying to take. I'm trying to see if I can expand my coverage just a little bit and do Robertson County and do a little bit of Macon County just to see. I should just start calling myself Northern Tennessee Weather. I'm just joking. I'm not going to do that. Maybe. We'll see if that's in the future. Maybe. We'll see. I just got to get my app working and ready to go. For you that don't know, I am working on a weather app for iPhone and Android. Hopefully, it'll be out in the next month. I've been working on it, getting it ready to roll. I might see if a few of you want to test it a little bit before it goes live. So let me know if y'all are willing to do that. I would love to. It will be free because I don't want y'all paying for anything. It will send you alerts, even though I do partner with Weather Call and that's a paid service. I do fully believe y'all should get weather information for free. It should not cost. Okay, yeah, I've heard about them. They're not associated with the National Weather Service or approved by the National Weather Service. So there's a very few of us that are like a small amount that is approved for the with the National Weather Service. Like we have a chat with them, we talk with them, we're good friends with them. So, but let me go ahead and need it. I'm going to keep that storm track on, even though it's there's nothing really. We'll see if actually, you know what? Let me zoom out and let y'all see what will be on its way. So I'm going to do our composite so you can see what else is coming our way. So this is really the main event. And when I mean main event, this is the line where severe weather will be active. You see over here, yes, there's tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, and more. That will die out as it comes our way. You will probably hear rumbles of thunder and see lightning throughout the rest of tonight and early tomorrow morning, but we do not expect any of that to be severe. So let me go ahead and I'll do the models real quick for you all and show y'all like timing wise. If y'all ever wanted to know, here are a lot. Here's just a few of the lists of models or weather guidances that the National Weather Service looks at. Of course, they have an in house one that's private, but there's a ton of weather models that you public can actually look at as well. And when I do a weather workshop, I will go through which one I tend to go lean toward, which is always the HER model or the HRRR model, which is the one I'm going to show y'all real quick. All right. I have it zoomed out so y'all can see what is over in Arkansas and how it makes its way over to us. So once again, up here is the time. It is in military time, so this is 6 o'clock. So that's really much delayed right now because it is almost 6:40 right now. So there's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then 9 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock. It just looks like a big jumble mess. 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 a.m., and then 2 a.m. That is why we did get that severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. is because that second round will be through. And of course, then the cold front comes through, so we'll have some lingering showers. But mainly the severe threat is with what's coming in right now. And I'm going to go back to radar for you all. See if there's any other questions or anything, because I might honestly grab something to eat real quick and put y'all on a loop. And when I do the radar loop, I'll just do like piano music, and I always tend to jump in when new data comes in or when a warning is issued. I just really like to jump in and let y'all know what's going on. This is why I kind of really want to do that weather workshop on how to read the radar. Because yes, I can explain it to you when we do have severe weather events, but there's so much information. It'll probably feel like you standing in front of a fire hose and I'm just shooting that water at you, and it's going to be so much information. And I like to dig a little deep and give y'all all the information that I can. I want y'all to understand kind of how meteorologists really think. So, because that's one way I've realized when I had storm anxiety when I was younger, is understanding how to read a radar and how meteorologists think. That will definitely ease it up. So far with these storms, the National Weather Service has no reports of any strong winds. So right now, like the strongest of the winds are like 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So nothing too. And once again, they do expect this to be the main event or the main threat of tonight. Another thing I kind of wanted to ask y'all is, do you, for those that have been on my live stream before, does the volume or can y'all hear me a little bit clearer? Because I decided to go fancy and get me a microphone. And I tell you, this is really cool. Right? I feel so official with this microphone. Oh, this week is TCAP week in it. Ooh, I do not miss those days. Okay, perfect. Because I used to just do it based off of my laptop, but I kind of wanted y'all to understand me better because I do tend to move and talk with my hands. So eventually I will do where y'all will be able to see me, and I'll do like a little webcam where y'all can see me talk with the microphone, and eventually I can point out what I what I see and all. I first got to lose some weight. I'm just kidding now. Right now, I definitely look like I got 2 hours of sleep. It is, let's see, I guess it's 50 fine. I got it off of Amazon. So, Amazon Prime loves coming to Mackenzie's house. It's like one of those like stand microphones. Yeah, I can definitely zoom in real quick for you guys. I just, we were talking about all of the storms real quick. So, yeah, I can zoom in just a smidgen for y'all. Let's see, would that work? Yeah, Margaret, I don't know how, but for some reason it only shows like for like the top comments. It's really strange. Like yesterday, I was seeing Facebook comments perfectly fine until the tornado warning, and then suddenly all I was seeing was YouTube and X comments. So that's where it was like I was trying to figure out what was going on. Let me do another ETA thing. No, I there is a 2% risk of a tornado threat, as there was the same yesterday, but we did have that 5% really close to us. But I do believe, I mean, we don't even have we were, all we have right now are these two, and then we have this one up here, so we have three special weather statements right now. So, but let me go back and I'll do a ETA. I'm going to figure out real quick the movement of that little storm because it looks like it's going straight north. It's just Lily Gallop. It's slowly moving. It's like crawling. I do think we probably get these storms that are starting to, or heavy showers. I shouldn't really call them storms because they're not. There's no lightning with that right now. And another reason for lightning, see how, oh, it was earlier. The storms were like all the way back at the Tennessee River, and there was like lightning strikes popping up on radar around Clarksville. It's kind of crazy how far lightning can jump out of storms. So the main threats tonight will be just damaging winds and small hail. And then once we get past this main line, the concern goes to flooding. And I don't know if y'all saw my post earlier. I showed you how much rain Sumner County has gotten, and then what we are expecting with tonight. So I would not be surprised if, like, for all those that live in Hendersonville, you realize Stop Third Road always floods. So I would not be surprised if that one floods as well. So there'll be some roads flooded, but I don't think it'll be a widespread flooding event. Unless we do get like training of storms again, which that's one thing we'll have to keep an eye on. So still 38. So right now, with how slow that is moving right now, it's looking about 7:30 for Hendersonville. New Deal about 7:45. Gallatin about 7:48. Bethpage about 8:02. Hartsville about 8:11, and Westmoreland about 8:11 as well. And this one actually did not really include Portland, and it did not include White House as well. Let's see if this will let me go in. I want White House. Okay, it's not letting me. So White House, I'm gonna say y'all are probably about 7:34, right around the same time as Shackle Island as well. And then Portland, y'all are probably going to be about 7:50 as well. I'm going to go ahead and let this just run. I did this little part right here. It's like slowly crawling. And the main, let's see, hold on. Honestly, these storms are really just kind of crawling. So I do expect it to rain heavily for a good 45 minutes to an hour. I would not be surprised if it's that long. Is there anything y'all want to see on the radar? Like anything cool that y'all have always wanted to see? And please don't say tornado. We're not allowed to speak that word. Just like we're not allowed to say silent. I got in trouble by a couple of you because I said last week and the week before that our weather has been quiet and I jinxed us. So we'll have to write down some of the words that I cannot say, like snow, silent, or tornadoes. But for some of you that are still on or just getting on, nothing too worrying right now. There is that special weather statement. The colors that I picked for, I can show y'all real quick what colors I picked for our warnings so y'all can see. So, of course, for like a tornado warning, I do the original red. And then for the intensity levels, I kind of did that pink purple, which means which is what we did last night, which is the observe tornado. And then we have that PDS, particularly dangerous situation one, which is like a lighter pink. And then we had that tornado emergency. And then what the difference between a PDS and an emergent or a tornado emergency? So the main difference is the wording that the National Weather Service uses. So destructive, which is typically a high-end tornado, would be a tornado emergency, which is what we actually, I do believe the December tornado was issued a tornado emergency, and that rating only actually came out to be a EF2 range, which really kind of surprised me with that rating. I honestly thought it would be a 3 with some of the damage that I saw, because I do know the Clarksville one was a 3 as well. So that's the colors that I use for tornadoes. For severe thunderstorm warnings, I do that yellow for a severe thunderstorm warning, and then I kind of do like a orange. I don't want to say it's kind of too yellow for a Tennessee orange, and then I go all the way to like a burnt, kind of brownish color. So I just wanted y'all to know like what colors I do for certain warnings, just so y'all can. Of course, flash flood is green. Of course, we don't ever really have special marine warnings. That's why I have it turned off. But special weather statements are blue, like a little aqua blue. So, all right. Yeah, I would say, it's gonna be that kind of nice sleep once we get this line through. Excuse me, sorry. When we get this line through, it's kind of be that when you have those nature sounds that you kind of listen to, like ocean sounds with rumbles of thunder, rain. It's gonna actually kind of sound like that with a little bit more rumbles of thunder. We'll see how much lightning will be in for that as well. So I do think we'll definitely, because I do know we have that watch until 1 a.m. I do believe we'll definitely probably be out or have it canceled for our county before then. That's the good thing about watches is it's very rare for them to go the whole time. Most of the time they are canceled an hour or 2 hours before that time limit. Goodness, I'm sorry. And it's just like watching water boil. It is moving so slow. You wouldn't think it's slow because at 38 miles per hour for storms, it's actually like medium. It's not slow, slow, but it's not fast, like 60 miles per hour. So I do feel like we will definitely, with the alerts, I know some weather apps alerts will send an alert for just a severe thunderstorm warning. Weather call, you only get like a text for a severe thunderstorm warning. You get a call for like the extreme severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado, and of course a confirmed tornado, which is what we got last night or earlier this morning. So, and then the wireless emergency alerts, they only go off for a tornado warning as well as a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. And I saw on a couple of the HIP pages that a couple of people were asking why code red alerts were. I was told from National Weather Service that there was no reason that I wasn't given a reason for that, and I was told that back in January. So that's why I went ahead and partner with Weather Call. So, because I was like, Sumner County needs alerts, y'all. So when I do get that weather app up and going, we'll definitely have that alert as well. I'm really excited about getting that app out. I just want to make sure it's perfect before I send it out to you all. Of course, we'll be updating the web page. I say we, me, myself, and I. I'll be updating the web page and making it more where you can see the temperature. Right now, it does have a live radar and blog, but it'll have so much more later on. Because we're not really seeing much, I might just go ahead and do that radar loop and just let music play and just let the radar play. I'm going to keep this ETA storm track out for y'all to see. But I'm probably going to go ahead and just do that and then I'll jump in when needed because y'all are probably already tired of hearing me. Y'all had to hear me, what, I think I did a 4 hour stream yesterday into today, earlier today. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If y'all do have any questions, I will definitely be on social media and I'll definitely answer them. And then if I get anything new, like any warnings or anything, I will jump in and let y'all know what's going on. But once again, quick little summary. We're not really expecting much. The only main threats are damaging winds and small hail. And it looks like I would not be surprised if they went ahead and let that special weather statement be canceled. or let it expire, just because those storms right there have kind of really died out a little bit. So, but, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and do that loop. I'll jump in when needed. So, alrighty. everyone, I know I talked about earlier how severe thunderstorm watches or any kind of watch tends to get canceled earlier. Well, everyone is in agreement. So the severe thunderstorm watch that was until 1 a.m. has now been canceled for all of Middle Tennessee. And that does include Sumner County. So we do not have any watches or warnings. So because of that, I might go ahead just because once again it's all just rain. And as you can see, like the latest scans, a lot of that lightning has disappeared. So that isn't where you basically see where the rain and the storms, that downgrading, and it's losing its punch. And I know I'm going to show over here real quick around Memphis. I know there's a couple of tornado warnings over there. All of this will lose its punch by the time it gets to us. So I fully believe there is no concern for tonight except for maybe flooding on roads. So if you're out and about tonight, just be careful. Please don't drive into flooded roads. And if y'all do see any flooding, please let me know. That is the main concern that I have for the rest of the night. It's going to be that nice relaxing sound of rain and a couple rumbles of thunder with it that's like a spa music. So that's typically what's going to be going on for the next couple several hours. Will see a little break before that second round comes in. But once again, everyone was in agreement that the severe thunderstorm watch that was till 1 a.m. has been canceled. So because of that, I am going to go ahead and end this stream. I will probably be on all social media. I'll still watch it in case something decides to throw us a curveball, which I really don't see that happening. But just in case, I'm still going to be looking out for you all. And if y'all need anything, feel free to message me or comment or anything. I do hope y'all get some sleep, because this is one of those where you will have that peaceful sleep. So, alright everyone, I'm going to log off. Once again, I want to thank you all for the past, 48 hours hanging out with me. I do hope I've helped y'all with storm anxiety, explaining what my thoughts are with the storms, the National Weather Service, and everything. I want to thank all y'all for just tuning in. I know someone told me I hit 7,000 followers today, so thank you. This is what I'm here for. This is my passion, working with the National Weather Service and serving all of y'all. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to see how Sumner Severe WX grows in the future. Just a few head things is I do have one sponsor right now, and it is Tom's Lawn and Handyman Services. So if you ever need anything done, please give them a call. Shout out to them. I do have a few more sponsors coming in that I'm excited I'll be able to announce. But if you or anyone you know that has a business, or if you own a business and you would love to sponsor Sumner, I would love to be a partner with you and get y'all's business out, and we can serve our community together. Once again, several of you have donated or subscribed through PayPal, Venmo, and Patreon. Thank you. Y'all are the reason I do this, and y'all are the reason why Sumner Severe WX has grown crazy. I went from 1,000 followers in January to over 7,000 just today. So thank you guys so much. So once again, I'm just going to do a quick little review. Right now we are just seeing that rain, a few rumbles of thunder, maybe a couple lightning strikes, nothing too serious. Just that Only concerns are going to be that flooding. So, y'all are all going to be having that nice sleep tonight, catching up from the past day or so. I know I definitely am. So, once again, for those, I know a couple of y'all are saying, hey, we love the sponsor. Please, you can definitely message me on Facebook or X, or you can always email me at mlow at sumnerseverewx.net. I would love to get together and we can serve our community together. So, one quick little thing, there could be a stronger storm coming in with that second, but nothing too serious. We can't always say it's completely zero because that's just weather. You can't always say completely zero on things. So, once again, I am logging off. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's night. Catch up on some sleep. Love y'all and get some sleep, and I will hang around for a little bit if y'all need anything. But hopefully, I won't be able to, I don't have to jump on for a while. We'll see. There's about 20% chance of showers on Friday, but it looks like we're in a nice kind of stretch for a while. So, thank y'all once again. It's been a pleasure. See y'all on the flip side.